On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guan, a blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Jan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps. In the morning, we're going to kick it off with an international story. Then we move right on into our local set of stories. Now internationally, a 28-year-old Jamaican citizen has pleaded guilty in a federal court in Tallahassee, in Florida. It is stated that he attempted to entice or persuade a little pitney, a minor, to engage in big people type of activity. So the Jamaican criminal element has since been identified as Devon Antonio Miller. He also pleaded guilty to interstate travel with intent to engage in illicit activity with the little pitney. Now what going on now, is that him go online and try to solicit the little pitney them for engage in a big people activity with him. So you have some undercover police now where put up profiles, say them are 15, 14, 13, whatsoever the age may be. And the Jamaican criminal element jump on one of the site them and draft you like a 15-year-old and decide say I go travel right across state if you go meet the little pitney to get some crutches. But little did he know that the person that he was having the conversation with was an undercover agent. Yeah, man. So him drive and I get directions and everything from the little, well, the presumably little pitney. And when him reach at the location, have condom in a pocket and step out with him thing tiff in front of him, the police them just run out and bangle him. Yeah, man. And them have all the paper trail, every single thing from all the conversations that he had with the undercover cop, thinking that it was a minor. So him love the young cherry. Well, spread him bed hard, him have to go lay down in night. Yeah, man. So right there and then, another pedophile gone off of the streets again. So we are going to move on over there into the local set of stories. But before we get into that, we could get into this. For all the persons who have been enjoying the new cartoon channel In the Streets JA, presently on your screen, we dropped another video yesterday. So the video yesterday is episode 26 of season 1. So for those who have not yet tuned in, you have 26 episodes to go watch in a season 1. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go over and do so now so you can be one of the first persons to be notified when we upload a brand new video. Yeah, man. And for those who have watched the latest episode, you notice I introduce a new character known as Tom. Now, in between the postings of a cartoon, I got drop a little encouragement type of thing between Tom and Brandon just in between the posting of another episode. So now I gotta say a new thing jump up called Tom Drunk, but Tom no fool. Yeah, man. Now, the first thing that we are gonna talk about locally, my peeps. The swearing in ceremony go on for Andrew Holness, and he has invited Mark Golding to partner on tackling crime. And I hope that the Golding-led administration really take up the offer, because crime is not political, because it affects everybody right across both political divides. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness has extended a hand of partnership to opposition leader Mark Golding to address the root causes of crime and violence in Jamaica. Andrew Holness made the plea during his inaugural address at King's House on Tuesday. Andrew Holness was sworn in for a fourth time to lead the nation as Prime Minister. He made a call for national unity. The Prime Minister says only through a unified Jamaica can the country achieve peace. Now we're going to hear from Andrew Holness as he made his speech at King's House. Now listen.
This requires a partnership of the whole society to prevent violence and move Jamaica towards true and sustained peace. My administration will mobilize this effort, and I believe the challenge of social violence should be taken out of the political space and treated as a matter of national interest. This is also imperative, and I will be reaching out to the leader of the opposition to work out how we can, as a country, unite against violence. But too many of our children still grow up in communities where violence is normalized. Too many families are scarred by domestic abuse. Too many young men are recruited into gangs, and too many women live in fear. We must go beyond fighting crime to fighting the culture of violence itself. That means strengthening families, rebuilding respect for authority, restoring civility, and teaching our children discipline and responsibility. This requires a partnership of the whole society to prevent violence and move Jamaica towards true and sustained peace.
Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Andrew North Police Division, where a police fatal knockings and clappings go on over there in Park Lane. Yeah, man. Now the knockings and clappings go on in the wee hours of Wednesday morning, and it claimed the life of a criminal element identified as Fernando Spence, but them call him Kemo in our streets. Now the St. Andrew North Police confirmed that the incident occurred sometime after 5 a.m. during a police operation. The lawmen stated that a 9mm pistol was retrieved from his body and several rounds of ammunition stuffed up in the belly of the wheel. Yeah, man. So right there and then, another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. Catherine South Police Division, where the St. Catherine South Police are probing an incident in which a shopkeeper reportedly disarmed one of his attackers and later handed over the firearm to the authorities. The incident occurred in Gardenwood community, that's near the Old Harbour community in the parish of St. Catherine. Now reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 10 p.m. on Tuesday, the 40-year-old business operator was at his shop when criminal elements pounced upon him armed with handguns. It is said that them fire some can and wounding him. Now, during all of the toss-up were going, the man reportedly managed to disarm one of the criminal elements. Both criminals ran from the scene after him clapped 2 can out of them strap on him. Now the police were summoned and the man was taken to the hospital where he was treated. The weapon was handed over to the Old Harbour police station. Boy, may I tell you my peeps, these criminal elements hell-bent on wreaking havoc in our communities. But kudos to the businessman who disarmed the criminal elements. Me just sorry say him never get for clap with one of them quick and fast, leaving him lifeless. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, as you can see, we're over there in the parish of Clarendon driving through the streets. Now the residents of Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon are now stating that they are being unfairly treated by the police. Now for those who would have remembered that the community came to national attention last year after armed criminal elements fired on a group of people at a birthday party, taking the life of 8 and injuring way more than that. Now since then, 2 suspects have been arrested and charged in relation to that fatal knockings and clappings that took the life of 8. Now the residents of Cherry Tree Lane is lashing out against the authorities, stating that they are being unfairly targeted by the police, citing that Monday's fatal knockings and clappings of a 22-year-old man by the police during what the police states it's a confrontation with them. The man in question, identified as Jamar Ferguson. Citizens are refuting the claims of the police, stating that it was brawling murder. Yeah, man. Now, Jamar Ferguson's life was taken during a planned police operation in the community on Monday, and a firearm was reportedly recovered by the police. The police stated that they went to execute a search warrant at a house occupied by Ferguson. But during the process, he retrieved a weapon, pointed it in their direction, and fired some can upon them. A .38 revolver was recovered. It is stated that Ferguson was pronounced you-know-what at the hospital, but residents who spoke their mind stated that it was and definitely unjustified. Now we are going to hear from some residents of Cherry Tree Lane as they weigh in on the latest police fatal knockings and clappings in their community. Now listen.
No, this young man, no, whatever happened there, went to his house. He opened the house for the police and he will get killed in his own house. There's not a shot being fired or a shootout. So nobody know nothing was going on. Nobody understand nothing. The police just title it. Everything just undercover. So we the community feel like, say, boy, we want justice. I must get justice. And the police must be under control. Because it's the one who's supposed to serve and protect. And then we became fear of them because, of their conduct. No, I think the commissioner of police and the government must really, really get in back. And this, something must be done from out of this. Something must come out of this. Somebody must hold responsible for this.
We personally feel like right now better police there for the criminal them. Let them do what they want to do. We feel safer with the criminal them. But then come there and wave them people take the phone, them to us, do what them people do, gone, we're going to live to see the next day. But them a come, them a threaten, we tell us, say, yo, them a kill you. They make sure tell the plane, say, anytime they're ready, them a come and go kill somebody, anytime, So that definitely means, say, yo, I just we are waiting for food turn our family turn, And that's the thing when we have view right now, Because basically every day they come out there, them are threatening somebody. Every single day them come out there, they threatening somebody. Then see you as a youth or see you as a male, then just feel like say, yo, you, it. And they even see up on the road, they must say, yo, where you going there?
Now, on a see for yourself how some people pray and how them see police officers. The man literally say the police need to left them round there with the gunman them. Them better off with the gunman them. You see how dunce and fool some of them people here is? You never did I say that last year when time criminal elements come around there and slap with 8 innocent pitney get dirt in a that. That's not the song that you were singing then. But now that police come in a your community and slap with one a fool no gunman, no vex about it. It is okay when time them go slap with the gunman them on the other side. But when them come slap with fool no gunman, no want justice, no favor free. Boy, me I tell you my peeps. The thing rough, but anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the Manchester Police Division, a man end up losing 3 pints and another man seriously wounded by criminal elements at a shop in Banana Ground in Manchester. That knockings and clappings took place on Tuesday night. The police named the victim as a businessman identified as Moncrieffe Balfourd, 61 years old, said to be a resident of Banana Ground. No information reaching on the spot news media would suggest that residents heard loud explosion, sounding like gunshots firing sometime around 10:30 p.m. On the arrival of the police, Mr. Balfour was seen laying unresponsive on the ground outside of the shop. The other man was seen inside the shop suffering from some carnal wounds also. Both men were taken to the hospital where Balfour was pronounced you know what. The injured man was admitted for treatment. Now, Councillor for the Belfield Division, that's Mario Mitchell, said that the knockings and clappings and the fatality, of course, is alarming. He also noted that he will be working with the authorities to ensure the safety is returned to his particular constituents. So we're going to hear from the councillor for the Belfield Division. Now listen.
I would just want to condemn in this fashion the murder and the shooting last night in the community of Banana Ground. Banana Ground is a community that is well loved and well liked across Jamaica by producing Olympians and persons who would have made Jamaica proud. This is the second shooting in a few months. I remember recently one of the bar owners and operators, Jamar, was killed when somebody was trying to break into his bar. This shooting last night was surprising to me, and I would like to condemn it in the strongest fashion. I want to express sincere condolences to the family of the victims. So far, one person has died and another person is in critical condition in the Mandeville Hospital. Let me just say to the residents, I want them to remain calm. I want them to rest assured that I will do everything in my powers, along with the police, to ensure that their safety is a priority. So I have also spoken to the police already to say that we need to go into the space to see how best we can make whatever interventions to alleviate and to let the residents rest assured that their community is safe. So I will do every single thing within my powers with relevant authorities to ensure that Banana Grounds go back to becoming a peaceful, hard-working farming community.
Now the last thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, we have 2 criminal elements who have been deemed wanted by the police. Now the first one presently on your screen has since been identified as Jamar Birch, wanted for knockings and clappings with intent. Now if seen, please alert the nearest police station. He is also to be considered armed and dangerous. And the next one presently on your screen has since been identified as Devar Hodges, otherwise known as Skiddo or Blackhead. Now he too is wanted for knockings and clappings with intent. Now what we're supposed to do with Blackhead? We're supposed to squeeze it out. Yeah man. So Blackhead need to be squeezed out of his hiding place and hand over to the police forthwith. So anyone having any information surrounding the whereabouts of the 2 criminal elements just named and shown to you, please alert the nearest police station. Yeah man. So anyway my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah man.